Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you. Educational psychology has lots of importance in our life. Today I will deal with educational psychology. What is the meaning of educational psychology? What are the different what we study in educational psychology and what are the importance of educational psychology. If you see, educational psychology deals with the behavior of human beings in educational situations. And what is educational situations? Where teaching and learning takes place. Educational psychology is concerned with the study of human behavior or human personality, how it grows, how it develops under the guidance of social processes of education. According to Skinner, 1958, educational psychology deals with teaching and learning. Crow 1973 opined that educational psychology describes and explains the learning experiences of an individual from birth through old age. According to Peel, 1956, educational psychology is the science of education. Educational psychology deals with the individual difference, attitude, emotions, attention and perception, frustration and adjustment, thinking and reasoning, prejudice. So, if we see the individual difference, if we look the universe, nature creates living and non-living differently. Human beings also differ in size, shape, appearance, reaction, and many other psychological aspects of the personality. C.B. Good 1959 said individual differences are the variations or deviations among individuals in regard to a single characteristics or a number of characteristics. It also stands for those differences which in their totality distinguish one individual from another. And what is attitude? So it can be loosely defined as a tendency to act in some way towards some object, person, situation, or ideas. It is feeling of like, attraction, repulsion, interest, or apathy toward other persons, objects, situations, or ideas. Attitude is the degree of positive or negative affect associated with some psychological object like symbol, slogan, person, institution, ideal, or ideas towards which people can differ in varying degrees. Emotions derived from a Latin word "emovere", to stir or to excite. Emotion is an excited state of our mind and body. Jersild says that emotions denote a state of being moved, stirred up, or aroused in some way. Emotions involve feelings, impulses, physical and psychological reactions. These impulses, feelings, psychological reactions, etc., occur in an almost unlimited variety of mixtures and gradations. And if we see attention and perception, then attention helps in bringing about mental alertness and preparedness, help in providing proper concentration. It equipped us to distinguish the object of attention from others. Attention serves preparation for perception. Attention can be defined as the process of focusing upon certain phases or elements of experiences and the negligence of others. The relative clearness of perception depends upon the intensity of attention process. Frustration and adjustment. So Guilford said, frustration is a condition wherein the goal-directed behavior of an individual is blocked or thwarted, means prevented. What we mean by frustration is a common pattern of human behavior involves hopes for future achievement. Such goals are termed as wish or want. Frustration is a condition in which individual perceives the wish goal blocked or unattainable. Because of the environment and society, there are always some situations where desires, urges, and wants cannot be satisfied, and this causes frustration. Gates and Jersild, 1970, said, adjustment is a continual process in which a person changes his behavior to produce a more harmonious relationship between himself and his environment. Whereas Joshi and Pandey, 1964, identified the following areas of adjustment: in health and physical development, physical and economic condition, sex and marriage life, social and psychological relations, home and family life, adjustment to school, colleges, educational environment, etc. Thinking and reasoning. Man is described as a rational being, and his rationality consists of his ability to think and reason. In a broad sense, thinking includes all process of gaining information and knowledge, that is perception, memory, imagination, and conception. According to Glimmer, 1970, thinking is a problem-solving process in which we use ideas or symbols in place of overt activity. Garrett, 1968, said that reasoning is a stepwise thinking with a purpose or goal in mind. And prejudice means prejudgment, judgment before due examination and consideration of facts. It is based on certain assumptions which lead to the formation of prejudice. Prejudice is normally negative and difficult to solve. It may lead to holistic, hostile attitude towards persons or objects. Examples: ill feeling or hostility towards some minority or caste groups, or an innovation. There are some importance of educational psychology in extension. It gives information about personality of village people. It is concerned with men and women, helps extension worker, guides farmer, farm wife, youth, makes village people in general and particularly farmers emotional experiences clear, which extension worker make use in his her approach, gives knowledge about intelligence of rural people with whom extension worker. Educational psychology provides knowledge about individual difference so that extension workers are able to adjust their teaching according to the difference. Provides knowledge about the stages of development so that extension worker can handle the individual farmers, housewives, etc. It gives knowledge about sense experience, learning and thinking which can make extension worker more effective. These are the references.